Hello everyone, I'm, Rachel? Where is she? Hey guys!
Huh?
Do you know where Rachel went?
Huh?
Wait, what's that note?
What note? Oh, what's that? My channel died, so I died with it. Does some of me say the magic words? What? Please? Pretty please? Is there another magic word? You dummy, the magic word is heebie-jeebie yellow Picassomus.
I have appeared. You have summoned me back from the dead. Now you must answer me these questions 3.
What happened while you were gone? Also, we don't have time for this.
So no time. That's okay. You must answer me this inquiry. What doll are we making today?
What? That didn't even rhyme properly, but since you asked, we're making a candy corn witch that you designed a few years ago.
Good choice, me. Let's get started with these questions 3.
No!
Minnie Me was right. I'm making a candy corn witch that I believe I made for Inktober last year. I liked her so much back then, but I thought she could use an update, and this is what I'm basing her off of. I drew her a little different, as if she kind of grew up with me. I'm using this, I believe, Twyla doll from Monster High. I'm prepping her as usual, and I'm sure most of you are familiar with removing the head, scooping out the hair guts, other stuff, but since I'm going to be repainting her body, I don't bother removing the factory paint. I mix up some white, tan, and a little pink and orange to paint her whole body with. I need to do a few coats because the paint is watered down. Once that's done, I spray her face with Mr. SuperClear. I bring her back inside when she's dry, and I get out my watercolor pencils and chalk pastels to make up the face. All the specific materials are listed in the description. I obviously Even though I came back to life, quote unquote, for Halloween, obviously wasn't here for quite a while, but I realized I was still experiencing burnout and other stuff, plus I'm redecorating my art room. There will be a tour for that hopefully soon. That stuff takes a while, but I'm finally making progress. Plus I do have another doll done, so I will promise I will get that video up in November. If I don't, you can yell at me on Twitter or Instagram if you want. Also, while I'm here, I know there's a whole debacle with people who love candy corn and people who hate candy corn. I have to admit, when I was younger, I actually really liked candy corn. Now that my palate has matured a little bit, as you might say, I'm not as much of a fan as I used to be of the classic white, yellow, and orange candy corn, but I do admit I actually like the little pumpkin-shaped ones. I don't know what it is, but those hit different. Feel free to debate in the comments and figure out if candy corn is an abomination or a nice treat. Okay, I'm done drawing her face, so I set her one last time with Mr. SuperClear. Moving on to hair. I didn't plan on it, but I'm using unraveled yarn and rerouting her. I like going along the hairline and then filling in throughout the rest of her head. I do sometimes go overboard when rerouting, and I think that was the case here. I cemented my mistakes when I used Fabri-Tac to secure the yarn inside her head. And while I was rerouting and squeezing her head around to get the glue everywhere, I cracked some paint on her face, and most of the paint on the back of her neck. Ah well, her hair is thick enough so I can hide it and do a quick styling of a ribbon around her pigtails and trim her bangs. Since Twyla is a shorter doll, I'm making a new pattern with a gathered skirt, V-neck bodice, and bell sleeves, plus Delightful's witch hat pattern. I think that puts into perspective how much I procrastinate. I gather another strip for the bottom of the skirt and sew it to the bottom, and gather the top of the skirt to fit the bodice later on. I sewed the shoulder sleeves of the bodice together and attached the sleeves. I could have, maybe should have, gathered the shoulder seam of the sleeves first, but instead I just gathered the sleeve directly on the bodice. I sew both sleeves on and sew the side seams and the sleeves closed. I forgot to record this, but before I sew the sleeves closed, I sew about a 1/4 inch below the end of the sleeve piece and leave long ends so I can gather and make kind of a bishop sleeve without fussing with elastic. Finally, I gather the skirt piece to match the length of the bottom of the bodice piece. I actually sewed a little too far up, so I kind of made a baby doll cut, but I still think it looks cute. Finally, I sewed at the back enough for her to fit and add snaps. The last thing I remembered to do was her shoes. I just took some standard, I believe, Dracula shoes and painted them yellow, and I painted her actual leg white to make kind of a sports sock. Looking back, I kind of wish I made like a lacy pattern like her collar, but that's in the past. I finally finished her off with glasses. I shaped them with flexible jewelry wire, and I painted her laces orange. And with that, she's done. You might have noticed in my artwork I gave her a candy corn purse, which I actually forgot about until I was taking pictures. I will most likely get to it later on after Halloween. I'll post an updated picture if I do end up making a purse on my Instagram stories, so follow me there if you want updates. Anyway, that's it. Click here to subscribe, click here for my latest video, and click here for a video YouTube thinks you'll like. Thanks for watching and have a happy and safe Halloween. I'll see y'all later. Bye!